Hey guys, what's up? My name's Anger Banjo. We're playing more Chrono Trigger, continuing our blind playthrough of the title. Since this is a game I've never actually played before, I have no idea what we're doing or what to expect. But I have a feeling we're on the right path right now. Last time we kind of found that kid who's the hero, the chosen one. That's pretty much what we got to, and we also started climbing up this mountain here. And also Frog was kind of, like I said previously, we found Frog. He was in a bit of a depressive state, to say the least. But right now, it looks like we're on the right path as we're finding the Masamune. Legendary sword, to say the least. It looks like these two kids are not really kids. One's name is Masa, the other is Mune. I feel like these guys are supposed to represent something like the soul of the sword, because it's a legendary sword. I'm not 100% sure. This is just an interpretation based on what I'm seeing. It looks like we're going to have to... Yeah, they're going to test me. Which means they're probably going to fight me. Which means I'm probably going to blow it because I don't understand... really understand the pattern at first. So we got to kind of figure out how these two are going to fight and what they're going to do. Okay, so they're like weird pig demons, I guess? And not children. Okay, this is going to be fun. I don't know what we're supposed to do, so we're going to just kind of figure it out. We're going to wing it. We're going to wing it, and we just did a nice chunk of damage. Awesome. And they just took the extra slash on us. Like I said, we don't know exactly what we're doing right now in the game, and I know that seems kind of frustrating for some people, but like sometimes it's fun just to kind of experiment. I know a lot of people, like, you know, a lot of people, they like to use, I guess, walkthroughs and guides to kind of figure out where they're going in a game. And not that there's anything wrong with that, because I will flat out say, like, I use a light walkthrough to get through Persona games, so I can maximize my playtime. I use trophy guides in case I don't know how to get certain trophies in games, but that's about as far as it goes. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, look at a complete, you know, chapter by chapter by chapter walkthrough. I might actually, if I get super stuck in a game, have to do that, but I mean, we've never gotten to the point here where I've reached that like level of frustration yet, where I'm like, well, we have to stop. And if I do reach that, it'll be hilarious to say the least, because everyone keeps telling me, dude, Banjo, this game's not as hard. It is, it's not. It really isn't. So my logic is why don't we give it a try and see how far we get before our level of frustration increases to the point where we're not going to be able to continue playing. What are these two doing? Oh no. They're go-tanksing it. Well, crap. And the music changed. They just straight up go-tanked it. The fusion dance and everything. They do it right? We just healed Chrono. I don't know if we did damage. It didn't show us the damage counter. Oh, we are so dead. Oh, we are so dead. Yeah, we are so dead. I don't know if we're going to beat this. 500 damage per turn. I figure this guy probably has about 1500 to 3000 HP. I think we're not going to be able to do this. I'm trying to save Marl, and I guess Luca. We gotta heal here. I see some of our guys are having lower HP right now. This is not it's not the easiest fight, but right now it's not insanely hard. It's just making sure we have enough of our MP to take down Masamune here. I want to make sure we also have enough time to really heal everyone up. As you can see, Luca's down to 2 HP right now. So obviously it's a good thing we use that heal. She's full back up, so I think Marl's going to need to heal herself. So we're going to use Fire Sword here. Or no, we're going to Cleave first. So we did learn, I guess it's, what is it, Cure? Is that the spell? And Cure is the better spell than, I think it's Cure. Cure will actually literally do straight up. At this point, it'll heal pretty much fully our character, which is great. That's a great tech to learn. This thing is still just... I hope we healed Marl and not Chrono. We healed Chrono. Yeah, we did that. We were dumb. Chrono doesn't even have enough MP anymore to do Fire Sword, which is gonna be rough. We're gonna use a mid potion on Luca. That should be good for now. This guy's gonna just mess us up. Chrono's gonna use a mid ether. That should help us immensely right now. We're finally using the items, by the way, in case you guys didn't notice. We've actually used items this battle. Let's hope we don't need to use any more. He's still going. Oh, this is gonna get rough. I'm gonna heal up Marl. So this is Luca, I mean. So we're really playing this this fight a lot differently than we've played most fights in the game, where we're really just kind of doing combos with Luca and Chrono and just waiting for Marl to charge up her turn and just healing everybody. I feel like that's the best strategy for some of these bigger boss type fights, is we want to make sure we have someone available to heal. So we are actually not going to use that character's turn until we really need to. I feel like that's actually a very interesting strategy to use, and it's really playing to the game's combat system, to say the least. But we were able to beat it, which means, does that mean we get the sword? I hope it does. I hope that's what it means. So that's a good sign that we're getting the sword now. Obviously, I'm curious though, who's going to be able to use the sword? Is this going to be a and we have to take it to someone? Okay, so it's broken. Wow. It is broken, so it's not really a so we have to actually go get the sword fixed. So I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but I think at the same point in time, we also have to get the other half of the sword, by the way. That's something we're gonna have to do. Question is, how are we going to get this sword fixed? Now remember guys, we can travel through time. Being able to travel through time really makes things a little bit easier. We don't have to actually go down the mountain like we normally would, so that's another great sign. So a game literally just spits us out here in the 600 AD. Let's see, where is this? We're going to go to Fiona's village? Maybe... No. I don't know where we're supposed to go right now. So now we've got the Masamune sword portion. We got the sword portion. We don't actually have, like, the actual hilt. We need the hilt. And we need to figure out how we're going to get it fixed. Those are the big things. I like how cheap the inns are in the past. 660 gold? Yeah, no problem. 60 gold for a party of 3? Absolutely. Do it up, my friends. We are going to do it up. I like how there's only exactly 3 beds. That's a really small inn. 3 beds. They're probably using the game's resources for other things, obviously. You know, having 3 beds does not sound like it's that many. But in reality, it's a decent amount of beds for us to have. Because it covers our entire party. Right now, we're kind of figuring things out here. If we go further down south, we'll probably come across... Let's see, whose house is this? That's the inn. Tata's house. I think that's where we want to go, right? Tata? I don't know where we want to go. Tata was the kid from earlier. Dad had the same reaction I did. So, the kid didn't actually get the badge. He picked it off Frog, who was drunk. Wow. That's definitely an interesting turn of events, but not really a surprising one, to say the least. So I guess now the game's kind of telling us we need to go visit Frog. Of course, I don't think if we visit Frog, he's going to obviously join our party, because Frog is still in that deep, dark, depressive state. There's probably a lot of things we have to take care of before we can really get much further in the plot. We probably have to get the sword fixed. I don't know how, but obviously there's going to be a way, to say the least. Let's see. I want to avoid these encounters as best as we can, and look at that. He goes left, he goes right, he goes in, and he's in Frog's house. Boom. Slam the football down. That's a touchdown. And Frog is kind of just depressingly telling us that he can't take down the Fiend Lord with Masamune because it's broken. There's the hilt, the part of the sword, which is weird because I think I'm going to say it's weird that we have the hilt there. If we remember when we went up to the actual mountain, the sword as a whole was there. There's no one alive who can mend the sword. Oh, Frog, little do you know that we have access to a... Oh, Shaboba! Little does Frog know that we have access to the ability to travel backwards in time, and his mind is going to be blown when he finds out that we can get this thing fixed. So I think that's our current status here. I think I know what we have to do. We have to get the sword fixed. So that means we have to go to that Melikor, is that how you say his name? That would mean we'd probably have to go back to our time period to go talk to him to get the sword fixed. This is getting complicated, to say the least. I don't want to say it's like, oh yeah, that's easy peasy lemon squeezy, because it's not that hard. It's just a little on the complicated side for us as a whole, because we have to go, you know, from get the sword, get the blade, go to the Tata's house, go to Frog, get the hilt, go back to Truce Canyon, and travel back in time. It's a very lengthy process just to get this sword fixed. I know it doesn't sound very complicated. It's more convoluted than anything, but I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Is we're gonna have to go and do all that stuff. Ran into another encounter here. So we're still trying to figure out where we're going. Well, I mean, we know where we're going. We just have to get there, and it's a little bit of a convoluted way to do it. So we gotta go up this bridge. Good thing we don't have to load anything. So it looks like we're almost to where we need to be to go backwards in time here, guys. I was trying to focus here for a moment. Yeah, so we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna find this Millicor dude, bro, and we're gonna get the sword fixed. It should be a pretty simple process, right? But more likely than not, because this is a RPG, a time-traveling RPG, there's probably gonna be more steps involved. Obviously, that's just my thought process here. I could be terribly mistaken at the same point in time as well, but I mean, no harm, no foul. So first off, why don't we go over here and replenish our MP and HP here? Use that to our advantage. We're going to do a quick save of our game right now. And what's this old man going to say? Is he going to say anything? Nah, he's not going to give us any hints or anything like that. I thought he might, you know, if we get stuck. So yeah, so we're going to go to Medina Village, which is the lower half of the map in the present for our characters. I'm going to pop out of these dudes' cupboard, and every time we do it, I love how just chill they are. They're like, yeah, whatever, it happens. So here we go, we're at this, there's this mountain here. This is Melicor's cabin. So we're going to go talk to him. And looks like Melicor is going to give us the story of how the Masamune was made, which is interesting because the story was in the past, but we're in the present. It's a very complicated story. So we need Dreamstone. See, I told you guys this was going to happen, that it wasn't going to be easy for us to actually put the sword together. And that's going to be a little bit of a frustrating situation here. We find ourselves in a bit of a pickle now. Because, like we said, we don't know where we can get Dreamstone. And it doesn't exist anymore. So you know what that means? It means we're going to have to go back to the past and find it somewhere. But the question is, how far back? Long, long ago, longer than even you could imagine. So now we have to probably go all the way back to the end of time and figure out where the hell we're supposed to go now. See, like I said, I'm not surprised that this kind of became a bit more convoluted because nothing surprises me anymore. In terms of, you know, complications with a game like this. Because why would anything be relatively easy, so to speak, I guess, as a whole? But, you know, that's just how it... I feel like that's how it has to be. So, we're going to have to... I'm just trying to think what we need to do. We're actually just going to leave Melicor's cabin. Because, you know, why would we need to stick around here, right? But if the Dreamstone existed a long, long, long time ago, and we don't know, you know, exactly how we're going to get it, how are we going to go back as far as we need to go? Because right now we only have access to for our future, the distant past, and the present age. Is there some kind of event that's going to kind of trigger us to go even further in the past for us to be able to get the stone that we need to recreate the Masamune? I feel like that is something that we're going to have to address at some point. just call it a hunch. Now that we're back in where we need to be, we gotta find the. Is this the room we were? Yeah, that was the residence we need to go into. So we're gonna hop into this portal here. They're gonna ignore us and act like we don't exist, which is fine by me. And definitely fine by me. So we're gonna replenish our stuff. I don't think we actually gotten any encounters here. This guy's, we're not gonna get anything from him. We didn't get anybody new in our party. I forgot that Frog's not with us. So let's talk to this old man. Incredibly ancient mineral. Prehistoric era. Well. Are you going to give us access to the prehistoric era, old man? Or are we going to have to figure out how to get there ourselves? That is interesting. Why did I get... So we can actually fight this guy. If we actually beat him, we'll get experience. A decent amount of experience. We'll probably get killed pretty quickly by him, needless to say. But we have to go to the prehistoric era. I'm going to have to figure out how we're going to do that. If that's going to be something that we just, you know, magically do. Or if it's actually something we actually have to kind of trigger some kind of story event to do. I'm not entirely sure, but it is something that we're going to figure out. And we're going to figure it out together. We're going to figure it out together, but for now, this looks like, once this fight's over, this was like a great place for us to call it a break, guys. My name has been Anger Banjo. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into our blind playthrough of Chrono Trigger on PC. I'm sure we're going to eventually figure out where the right place we're going, and we're going to get through this. Next time, we're going to hunt down some Dreamstone, maybe in the far past. Who knows? I don't know. I've never played this game before, so we're going to figure it out as we go along. And I will see you guys then.